But now I'm curious. Now, do y'all think that if because I really believe truly that society could change over the next decade too. Like a lot more people kind of taking our side on a lot of these things over
Yeah, yeah.
time. This is a personal belief. But if that did happen, do you think people like her, if the new woke movement was agreeing with all the things that we say, do you think that she could change her life? But that going with the flow, like she wants to go with what everybody else is doing.
Nope, she'll be the one standing in front of 60,000 people with one sign saying no.
Age.
Never
Age is the
gonna give
only
up.
thing that will change her.
Yep.
40, like he said, 40 years old. Like,
Yep.
dang. She's going to be on TikTok if TikTok is still in America. Or maybe there'll be the passport girls instead of the passport bros. She can go to another country where TikTok's still alive, maybe China, and she's going to be like, damn, the dude with the dreads, dude with the twist, and Sergio were telling me the facts, and I didn't want to listen to it because I was I was being manipulated by these dudes on the panel.
Yep, and she's going to be sitting up there with that fucking pill bottle.
Her hair might be 10 colors too.
I can't take it no more.
Yo, I got a question for all three of y'all though.
Yeah.
So, obviously, women like that is not going to change. But what do you think it will be easier to target? You know, is it easier to change these men today to help improve the world in the future, or do you think it's easier to change women to keep preaching to the women about?
That's a good one.
I think it's men. I think men are changing right now at an extraordinary rate. I love it. I love the fact that men are waking the fuck up and not being out here with these fucking booger wolves. They're not out here talking to the girls that are stupid. They're not out here talking to the girls that are putting their education above everybody else. They're not talking to the women. Men are waking the fuck up. I'm so proud of you guys. Let me look at the camera. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are amazing. Keep waking up because y'all been asleep for a goddamn decade. Wake the fuck up. It's time. And the women right now hate it. That's why all these manosphere, purple pill, red pill, fucking Advil, everybody's shutting the men down right now because men have a voice and men are listening. Men are listening and women are in the car like, fuck Kevin Samuels, motherfucker, fuck Andrew
Buy a dog
Tate.
and die alone.
Right, fuck Andrew Tate. I can't. Fuck them all, right? Because men are waking up, and some men are driving their wives in the car right now. If you're listening right now, you're driving in the car with your wife, and you know that your wife is listening to this, and you're over there smiling, and you're happy because you know you woke. Your wife is pissed off right now. She's gonna find a way to be angry with you for the next 5 days, and it's okay. She'll get over it.
Yeah.
I'd take a different approach than him. I'd target the women because men are easy. Like, we're already on track. We understand our game. We're trying to, get as many women as possible, right? Girls sit here and ignore the fact that we're literally telling you guys want to get with as many women as possible.
Yeah, fix that shit.
Right?
Fix that
guys
shit.
want to get with as many women as possible. A girl will sit here and be like, well, a girl should be able to do this, da-da-da-da-da, and we're literally telling them, we're not attracted to that, right? So we need to tell these girls, this is how you win your game. You're right. She's 29. She's still under 30, right? You're this age, right? You have all these guys that are fawning over you for God knows why with that mentality. But all these guys that are fawning over you, lock somebody down. It's so hard because in their head, they're like, there's 50 of them. I can just brag about there's 50 guys in my DMs. I'm not even interested in them. So I personally would target the women because the women are the people that are ultimately going to multiply the world because, again, they decide who lays down and who actually gets sex. Men wife up. Women decide who has sex. So at the end of the day, they're going to be the people that are multiplying in the world.
Now, I will compliment her. She, guys, on one thing. Well, two. She was very educated. Okay, she's very smart, very well spoken. Right, which is not gonna get her anywhere, but I appreciate it. Second thing is she had the hair on her head was real. She it was real hair. It was very long, had a very great texture. It was real. She was not from the nation of Wiglam. So assalamu wigum to all the ladies in the chat with the wigs. But yeah, so she was not from the nation of Wiglam. She had real hair. So I can give her that and then intelligence. Everything else, dog shit that you step on the sidewalk every morning.
Yeah. No, just to answer you, Donnie. I kind of go with you, Don. Yeah, it's just if we could teach the women to close their legs instead of the gatekeepers of sex, then men have to start thinking of
And
new ways to get the pussy. We're gonna be like, oh shit, we actually have to marry them. Oh shit, we actually have to wait months, or we actually, like, so it's all goes to them. Like, I really think that if those women, like, that's why I have the show just for women now, because it's just like, dude, if I can teach them to stop getting digmatized and stop fucking opening their legs to these fucking guys, we might be able to fix everything. But at the same time, it's not, because it's such a numbers game. Like, there's so many. Like, there'd have to be 90% of women would have to like start like holding back for it to work. See, but I actually learned a statistic from Torsha today, or this last week, guys, and I didn't even know this one, that 95% of women have 15 or less bodies. Now, obviously, that study could be a little bit off, because women lie about sex.
right.
So that I would assume it's actually a little bit more like that. But honestly, that number kind of blew my mind. I thought it was like 25 or 30 possibly, but that actually gave me like a new sense of, we can do this, because there are like some of these women will like save themselves and stuff. And like, I was arguing with Torsha about this a lot, because she used to be a Hooters girl and she's worked in the bar industry. That's all my friends, all my girlfriends do that stuff. And she's like, no, those girls actually don't sleep around. And when I look back at my friends, they actually don't. Like, I know a lot about their intimate lives and stuff, and a lot of them haven't been with more than 15, 20 people. And it's like, a lot of these girls aren't. And she also broke down something to me too. She was like, you, like, most people have like 4 relationships, and that's kind of true. Like, a woman might choose the hot guy, and then he ruins her, and then she goes to the provider, and then she doesn't like him, and then she goes to another hot guy, and then usually on the 4th one, they're like, understand, all right, I'm not gonna fuck anymore. And I do that too. Most guys will have 3 or 4 bad relationships, or 5, and then they're like, okay, now I know what I want. And so, like, I think that's why the average is actually 15, because a lot of women realize that, the game, it just takes them 15 bodies to learn the game.
Dang.
And like, that's the problem though. Like, they need, like, I feel like if we told them the game, they would, like, that number would go down to 5 to 10, and that's a good thing for the country if we can make that
So,
happen.
Right. I
Sergio,
think
what did J. Cole say?
Don't save them. They don't want to be
What
saved.
he said, something, but so you got to multiply by 3.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You think it's by 3?
so maybe you got to
Maybe
say
45?
like 3 to 5 bodies is cool, because you already know you got to multiply by 3, and then there's your 15 right there.
Yeah.
So I got a point to make as well, Sergio. Something that you just mentioned. You're like, well, if it takes a girl about 15 bodies for bad relationships to kind of, or even in between that, to really find what she really wants. With that being said, that kind of goes back to the guy's argument to the young lady that was here, or lady that was here, and saying that, this is a vetting issue. Why does it take more than 15 guys to realize who you need to be with? How you need to pick right? Like, that's
I mean,
I think it's that illusion of choice that fucks them up bad.
yeah, how many times do you have to fucking burn your hand on the stove to understand
Seriously.
the fucking stove hot?
And
yeah, right.
I've seen this argument of, don't you want a girl with experience? You know you can get experience with one person. I can
Yep.
practice an ollie
Facts.
500 times and get experience on a skateboard.
On
I
one
don't have-
skateboard,
I don't have
the
to get
same one.
15 different skateboards to have experience. That doesn't make any sense. And there's gaps in between that. So consistency with one person versus consistency with 15 other dudes in rotation, that's an asinine argument. So
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree. And a woman's aura is what defines her, right? And I always use the analogy of, look at Cardi B. If Cardi B walked in here right now, we were all single, and she bent over this table, the first thing that's going through our mind is, I'm about to beat them guts up, right? But if Michelle Obama walked in here right now, who would fix their clothes and adjust themselves a little bit, right? Because her aura defines who she is. When she walks in, she's classy, she's well spoken. She's not gonna put her education out there, but you want to be in her presence, and you want to make sure you're right. You want to make sure you're speaking well, your tie's adjusted. But if Cardi B come here, you're like, fuck her. I just want to bang her up real quick and get up out of here. So women carry different auras, and they don't understand that. They don't understand that the women and the girls are separating themselves right now, and the girls are out here. Cardi B is lying. That women are highly influenced by celebrities as well. Cardi B said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got a ring. All these girls out here saying, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got a ring. And Cardi B, the reindeer face ass, is on Instagram sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, cooking for her baby, cooking for her man, right? So it's just an illusion.
these celebrities you look up to are capping to you. Look at Beyonce. all the single ladies talking about how she'll leave somebody if they
Yeah.
cheat on her. Who's she with?
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
After he cheated on her. Makes
Yeah,
no
she ain't
fucking
gonna find
sense.
another man like Jay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you that
no.
right now.
Yeah.
Like she ain't gonna find another man like that.
Thank you, Mocha, for the question. Why does body count matter if y'all never believe the number they say? I'll just give you what
Body
I,
language.
yeah. It's more about body language, and it's also like you're trying to read it off of their body language, off of everything around them, their Instagram, how they act, and everything. But the reason why you still care is why men always care about body count, because that's what we've always cared about for thousands of years. Like, we want somebody that is sexually loyal to us, and we know your ability to be loyal is gonna. You have one foot out the door whenever you've had so many bodies. Like, it's way harder when you've experienced a lot more for you to want to lock down and stay with one person. If you've had all these really awesome experiences with other people, you're gonna be alpha widowed in multiple categories, as I like to say.
And then if some women become numb to it, they become numb. Like
Yeah.
all that shit she could have gave you, that sensual sex and connection during sex, all that shit goes away when you had 23 men beat that pussy up. Just 25, 50, 65. You've done it so much, you're numb to it. It's like having the 19. I'm not gonna say the C word, but having the 19. You know, you had it the first time, you was a little sick. But now you get it. You walking around laughing, dapping everybody up. You don't get no fever. You don't get no cough. Shit, you get numb to it. Your body starts to say, "Oh, okay, here's another." Like women's pussies talk to them. Oh Lord, here comes another dick.
And it's